Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Leading Culture, and I have got a quick video for you today to help you should you find yourself in the situation of having to go and work remotely or work from home. Now, it's a beautiful Saturday morning here in Auckland, Aotearoa, and many of you may be wondering why I'm bothering to spend some of my Saturday morning shooting a video. And the reason is I've just got off a conference call with some of my international colleagues, and we have been challenging each other to step up and support our communities and our customers as we go through this challenging situation with the coronavirus. So I thought I'd take the inspiration whilst it struck and whilst it was hot, and I would shoot the video right here and now before I even had a shower from the gym. So lucky you can't smell me. Anyway, here's some of my top tips on how to transition into working from home. Now, I've been working from home now for the past 20 years. I've brought up 2 children that way. I know what it's like to work with toddlers running around the house and those sorts of things. I've also run virtual teams now for the past 15 years, so I know how to onboard people into the virtual environment. So here's some tips for you, and hopefully they will be helpful to you as you have to find yourself transitioning into working from home. So the first one is to, particularly for the first week, I want you to do this, is to wear your regular work gear. Get up, get ready like you normally would for a day in the office. Now, the reason for this is it tricks our brain into thinking that we are still going to the office. It puts our brain into that state that says this is a work day, and so I need to show up in a particular way, and I need to be prepared, and I need to be doing it. If you're like me, that time that you get up and get ready and prepare for your day, you're thinking about the things that you want to be achieving in that day as well. So it's very precious time as we're getting ready. So we want to get our brain into the process and the thought that we are still going to work like any other day. It would be very different, for example, if we were to just roll out of bed in our pajamas. I know this is tempting. Roll out of bed in our pajamas and sit in front of our computer screen and just try and crack on with the day. We would not be nearly as productive. So first tip is to get up, get ready and prepare just as you would any other day as if you were going into the office. The second one is to make sure that you create some space for you to work in. So you need to have a space, a defined space that is the place that you are working from. Now, even if this ends up being at your kitchen table, set up that area in the same way you would with working at the office. If you need your little container of pens or whatever it is that you like to have, do that and set that up. Even if you have to, at the end of each day, pack it away into a box or something like that, because the family needs to use it to have dinner, then that's absolutely fine. But you want to have a space that is a dedicated space for you to be working in. And by dedicated, I mean make sure that that's just for work. So at lunchtime, for example, I want you to get up from that space and go and have lunch somewhere else. You should be doing this even if you're in the office. You should be going and having lunch away from your desk. You need that time, your brain needs that downtime to relax. And if you're sitting in front of a computer screen, you've always got your mind on something else. So the third one is to schedule some online meetings or some calls with your colleagues. So to make sure that you are connecting in with your colleagues, it might be something like 15 minutes with a different colleague each day of the week. It might look like an accountability call first thing in the morning with a colleague, and then another check-in at lunchtime to see how people are going, and then a catch up at the end of the day to see how they went and what they achieved. Another thing that can be really helpful is to open up a channel. So on one of the online platforms, open up a video conference channel and to have that open to all of your colleagues, and you can just sit there and work, but you have this open channel. So it's like you were in the office anyway. So you can still have those kinds of conversations like, has anybody seen this file? Or who got hold of Tom last week, or all of those sorts of things. You can still have a conversation just as if you were in the office. So there's some tips for you for today, some ideas about how you can transition into working at home or remotely. So my tips, just as a recap: wear your regular gear, to your home office space, set and create some space, and finally, thirdly, schedule some time to connect in with your colleagues and make sure that you've got that regular time, so then you are still keeping in touch and you're not feeling in total isolation. I hope that's been helpful. I'm going to shoot some more videos like this, and I'll get the team to do the same as well, and we will be here supporting you every step of the way as we go through this challenge with coronavirus. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon.